Aloha traders, it's Reid and Glenn here. Sunday, May 16th. This is our weekly watch list, and let's get into it. I just want to point out last week was a very volatile week. It was very choppy for myself. I came out the week with a minus 3% total. And that's kind of a telltale sign of me that, hey, the markets aren't trending right now. And so if we take a look at dollar CAD, I'll expand a little bit about it. This, you see, dollar CAD did a low test reversal, jumped up, did a high test reversal, jumped right back down now, and it closed the week very bearish, bearish engulfing close, and now market is just kind of consolidating right now. So this is kind of a testament for myself and my strategy that the whole market overall is kind of reflecting this movement, like this up and down corrective movement. So I'm not actually looking to enter any positions just yet. If it was one position, it'd be another odd dollar position here for another strike. This is my last week, so it's running nice. It was in the profit. I was asleep at the time. I couldn't like bulletproof it when it was just hovering around break even majority of the duration of the trade. I was in this trade for 31 hours. I just let it hover. I was falling asleep at this time. I was like, hey, if it's gonna reject this, my trend line right here, and the dynamic support of this 50 EMA, 200 EMAs, also above price, I figured it has enough momentum to go down. Along with this strong bearish move downward, I just wanted to hold it. Ended up getting taken out, and that's all right because I'm still kind of looking for a re-entry on this pair. So this is this loss, but I'm looking for another entry. But like I said, I'm gonna take my time with coming back into the markets. I'm not gonna stop trading, but it's just I'm gonna take a little more precautions as I look at the market. Other than that, I'm pretty just get weary. I'm just gonna stay away from most of the market moves. Let it develop and create some clearer pictures for myself. Um, yeah. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Speaking of markets, crypto is also just dropping. We have Bitcoin taking its drop that yeah, it's just dropping right now. And then I guess if we day traded it, we talked about it last week that this would have been a short down to these levels here. So now it's creating this reversal pattern. Um, but if I was trading this, I would still probably hold short for now. I'd probably bulletproof it with a stop loss here if we did enter this trade. Again, this is not a live trade. I don't day trade the cryptocurrency market. So I probably want my stop loss right here and then just let the market continue downward. But other than that, Glenn, over to you, man. Let's see what you got going.
That's good, dude. No, yeah. I mean, that Bitcoin, man. I remember the other week we're talking about it, like you said. If we're looking at it from a day trading point of view, I already switched my bias short a few weeks ago
Yo,
on that thing because the
nice.
trend has broken, man. So can you see that?
Yep.
See
See
my
your
okay.
screen.
Yeah, so this is the Bitcoin futures. So I remember a few weeks ago back over here, 419, that's when they gapped down from a high of 65,000 all the way it opened up at 57,000 and we touched a low 47,000, peaked back up, contract rolled over, people rolled over to positions here. And yeah, boom, look at this gap down again. So we closed last Friday at 49,000, opened up at 45,000, 4,000 point dollars down. So there's definitely bear momentum, people, like plain and simple. Like there's all those memes and talks have diamond hands, right? Shit, man. Trend is broken.
Yeah.
The price
Yeah.
is the
Trade
price.
that what
Price
the
tells the
charts
truth.
trade what the market is telling you, right? Don't
Yeah,
trade
yeah,
what memes are telling you.
yeah. Don't rely on Elon's tweets anymore.
Yep.
So, dude, like it's funny how you pointed out last week. You were in that all dollar trade, and this it was a similar setup for me. I went short the Nasdaq, micro Nasdaq, because like we had these big. So it started over here. We did a 20-day low close with this bar, and then volatility came up, right? And so we peaked up here and then it dropped again. So I think I finally opened a position last week. What was it? What was the 12th? Was that
Shorting
Friday?
the Nasdaq.
Yeah, yeah. I was bare. I was remember
Okay.
because at the beginning of last week, I was sitting on the sidelines because I was waiting for the different markets to show what their kind of direction they're going because they were all different at one point. So let me try to pull up the Ford indices.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so these are daily bars, um, and so because a lot of it, like this is a Dow, a lot of it was going strong with the bull until, and there were like, there wasn't all confluence and like moving together. It was all different for me. But Thursday, Friday, when these big bear bars came up and we got lower closes, I was like, okay, I got the trigger to go short. See, in the Russell, I had these two zones. If price broke and closed below the zone, that showed me direction of where the momentum's going to go. So in the Nasdaq, I took a position probably at this low. At this, I'll just bring it back to the first, right here, this screen. So I opened up a position short, and I was in profit for a little bit, and then just like you with the odd dollar, it bounced back. It just the strong little momentum, or must have been support or something, shot me back, shot me out, and it closed here. Now, with my system, I had to change up a few things because if I was honoring my full stop, I still would have been in this trade. My full stop would have been here. That would have been a little over 2%. So I would have, for me at the time, it was out of my range. So I had to keep my loss a little bit tighter. Therefore, this big bar knocked me out. So it is Sunday. We closed here on Friday, got a small drop in the open. So I took a small position, and I'm kept my stop very short on this bar. So I am short again because I got in because it's still within my original stop plan. And
I
so I
see.
am still short here. So yeah, just wanted to point out, highlight something, guys, traders. When you're having big volatile days, um, it's really key to stay disciplined with your plan because if you get an entry, take it. And it's almost like going on a roller coaster. You just strap in, you go for the ride, right? And the thing that's going to save you from blowing your account or going into the downward spiral mentally is your stops, your trading rules, your system. Okay. Um, because you're going to see all this crazy action. Let me go break this down to like an hour chart, right? Imagine you're trading this and it price is just pumping, right? It's going short. And it's running away from you. Okay. If you get the entry, you buckle in, you honor your stops, and you just let it go, and that's something we're gonna have to always deal with as a trader. We're gonna always have those FOMO feelings, fear of missing out feelings. Is we gotta acknowledge it, we gotta park it, and we gotta honor our trading system, because when these days come, you want to be in the trade, you want to be able to trade, because these are the moves that can either make your month, your week, your year. If you're able to capture these moves, these swings, um, that's gonna overcome a lot of the losses that's gonna come. You know what I mean? So pay attention to that. Stay focused. Stay disciplined. Don't overtrade. Don't let your emotions take the best of you, and just enjoy the ride.
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
buddy.
Great word of advice from
Yeah.
the funded trader. Yeah,
Come on, man.
yeah, not good for real. That's good
Good.
advice, man.
Sweet.
Nice.
And then gold, I'm watching. I think gold is started. It broke out of the consolidation phase here a few weeks ago, and we started making
All
a
right.
move. Yeah, we closed above 1803, and I'm just watching. I'm not in the trade. I'm watching it, and it looks like it's gonna start picking up momentum here. It's funny. Everyone's like, "Oh, gold's nothing, blah blah blah. It's not gonna go anywhere." I'm like, "Yeah, crypto's down. What happened?"
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't put all
So,
your eggs in one basket.
uh, so let's go look at the corn. Remember how,
Diversification.
yeah, corn futures. Oh, I think the long trend has broken with these big 3 bars here. It looked like it went limit down almost, man. Yeah, right here. When you see a bar like this where there's no wicks at the end, it's like that's limit down. You familiar with that? Yeah.
Not no expand.
Okay,
Educate.
so
Yeah.
um there's kind of like boundaries within the trading day in the futures market. There's boundaries for a limit for price to move either long or short. When it hits, when is super strong momentum, such as this bar on the 22nd, you're going to see this form right here, this bar, where there's strong bull momentum, and usually you'll see some wicks or whatever, but when it closes at the very top and it just doesn't, it's literally a ceiling here. That's the max for the day. It won't move anymore. The trading will completely stop almost. So same thing for here on the 26th, limit up. So now we roll into a new contract, hit a high of 735, but down here we following on the 13th last week, looks like we have a limit down here. So for example, when the market crashed last year, there was limit down days where they had to pause trading. It was pretty nuts to see.
Uh,
It's pretty nuts, like the brokers, they put out all the um warnings, and like really tighten up on the traders positions, because they know it's the wild west out there, so they're trying to protect
this was
everyone.
during the pandemic.
This was pandemic right here. You're gonna see
I
this. So
see.
like you got these limit down almost drops, especially this one right here on the
I have a
12th.
question.
Yo,
When we see those like limit downs, that's a tall tale sign, like a good sign that the market will continue in that direction.
hell yeah, man. Yes, sir. I
Good
mean,
sign to
like
enter.
it just goes back to like these big trades months ago. So like this is a silver chart, and I'm gonna pull one up because from my knowledge, there's a few markets that displayed this kind of action. Yeah, so like in the
Yeah.
silvers market, um, right here, back in what year is this? 2010. What was another one? It was back in the first silver run. So I think like this is a weekly bar too. So let me go back to daily. You might see it better on a daily. Max. See some weird stuff like, okay, no, sorry, there you go. Limit, this is what a limit up looks like. It's just
What year
bang.
is this?
This is freaking to
Oh,
1979.
79. Oh, wow.
December 1979. Sorry, these are limit up. Sorry. Yeah, just to clarify. Boom. You see this? Like you can literally buy all day. It's almost a guarantee. Limit up, limit up.
Wow.
weeks, and it topped off at 50, strong resistance, brought price back down.
That
So
was the
like if
high.
you guys have the time to really go back and study the charts, man, like look at these old charts. They will show you um what these kind of extreme environments bring. So look at this, limit down, boom, total crash, right? So
Very nice.
um like definitely you're gonna see a lot of similarities with action nowadays,
Has it reached those levels
recently.
since 79?
Yeah. So
Very
we hit
nice.
$50 about 2010, I think, right here.
Holy
Another peak.
smokes.
Or 11,
So that was a good
2011.
sign for a double top right there.
Yeah.
Reverse
On the
back in.
wide, right. And right, because the whole Reddit group there, they had silver in their scope back a
Yeah.
3 months ago. There, I think it was probably around here. They're like, oh yeah. I mean, silver is like one of those undervalued you know, markets, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's go
Yeah,
to
let's
the
take it. Tell us what
odd
you're looking at in Forex, man.
odd yen. I'm still holding a position. I got an entry here back on the 6th. We had a nice pop and then price went down. It almost touched my stop. I have a stop here. And so we're back in profits. So I'm gonna let it play out. Maybe move my stop up a little bit just to see. So I got that one running. Euro dollar I entered on Friday. So initially I would have entered here and then it popped up a little bit, pulled back, trying to make a new high, but we got Friday was that weird just volatility overall, like he was mentioning, right?
Yeah.
And it looked like it was a deeper pullback, so I re-entered. I think I initially got knocked out because I had a small stop, and then after I let this bar settle, I let this bar close. I saw there's strong momentum on a 4 hour, so I re-entered. Um, and so that one's in profit right now. So yeah, I mean, like this week, I think there's still gonna be a lot of action with the stuff going on in the Middle East and whatnot, and there's probably I don't know if there's any there's big announcements if you know of any this week, but
Not that
um
I'm aware of, no.
okay, okay, yeah, man. So I mean, yeah, that's our weekly watch list, folks, and I hope you
Wait,
guys
dude, I like
what's
euro
up?
dollar. I like your euro dollar position because like I have a phantom trade on it, and I didn't get triggered in, but the way you drew your chart was very similar, like how I would get into, like how you were
Yeah,
looking at it. But yeah, I
yeah, it's
like it,
interesting.
man. I think euro dollar might be. See, that's why it's good to share with people what you're looking at, fellow traders, because that might give you ideas or make you maybe you missed something in your analysis too. So yeah. And I also wanted to emphasize this, Glenn. You said that like yeah, our volume's kind of crazy this week or last week it was. We brought that up, but I wanted to emphasize that no position is a position, and that it's good to stay in cash and just wait for the position to reveal itself. Don't force the trade. So yeah, that's
As
I
of
was thinking that when you were saying like how you were analyzing charts, but yeah, man.
That's a really good point. That is a really good point. Good reminder, because it's easy to get sucked into the volatility, man, and you're just itching to get into another trade, right?
Yep, yep.
And
A little bit
so,
of greed,
yeah,
FOMO.
yeah. Oh, it's moving, it's moving. I gotta get in,
Yeah.
and that will always be there. You just gotta know as a trader how to handle it psychologically. That feeling will always be there. It will never get eliminated. You can minimize it, dumb it down. You're gonna acknowledge. You just got to be able to acknowledge it. You know that it's there. You're gonna park it, so you're gonna let your system take you whether you take in the trade or not. You know what I mean?
Dude, 100%. That is solid advice right there. 100% agree with you, man.
Little nugget, boom.
All right,
Sweet.
man.
Yeah,
So that was a
that's
quick
good.
watch list. Hope you guys have a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glenn, we'll close it
All
out.
right, guys. Yeah, trade safe, trade smart out there. We'll see you guys soon.
Shoot.
Roger.